This is the Weekly Scramble, a place where we chat about life over a cold one or two. It's time to belly up to the pod with Mike Fratelloni and your host, Chris Reuvers.
That's right. It's time for the Weekly Scramble podcast. My name is Chris Reuvers. With me, as always, his name is Mike Fratelloni. Hello, Michael.
How you doing, Reuvers?
I'm doing good. I'm going to warn you and the listener ahead of time. It's not nearly as bad as it was for me a few weeks, if not a few months ago. But I'm playing hurt.
Okay.
I'm not sick. Everything's fine.
Sure.
I had two sons playing travel baseball over the weekend, so I did some cheering.
You got two women pregnant at a baseball? Oh, you had both of your sons were playing.
Correct.
I thought you said you had sons. I was like, man, you've been getting chicks pregnant all over the place.
So my voice was
horrible joke,
yesterday morning. It was bad. Like
Okay.
I remember getting up and trying to talk to each of them. I go, oh my God, am I going to go to work today? Like it was one of those deals. So I'm improving each day. The throat coat helps a lot. So here we are. We're ready to go.
You know, one thing I'm going to talk to you about is we get a lot of comments that when you get your nose, when you have your allergies,
Yeah.
right? And they're like, he's got asthma. I'm like, whatever. There's a company that does this thing. I'm not going to say them now.
Okay.
Say their name, but I'm going to call them and say, you need to do this to Reuvers so he can expand his airways. And then you're going to get $1 million signing bonus from these people.
Nice.
Because people are going to see when you're congested.
The transformation.
To not congested.
Yeah.
And they're going to say, I'm going to this place. But I think it could be, I mean, you could make hundreds of thousands of dollars with this company.
I love that idea a lot because I
I'm
like
gonna
money.
Make a note of that right now.
Very good. Well, and it's because too with the Canadian wildfires, because I was up in Cambridge on Friday with my oldest son, and it was really bad up there on Friday.
Oh, wow.
And then Saturday night it got a little bit bad too in my neck of the woods. But anyway, no one wants to hear about that. But you know what? As long as I mentioned it, I do want to give a quick shout out. Both my boys love baseball. It was so much fun, and my 10-year-old son's team, the Jordan Hubman 10U team, lost the state championship game on Sunday evening, basically. It was so cool. Those kids, and they're such an easy group to root for, but I was proud of their accomplishments. That was so great, and they're such a great group of kids. But can I tell you, the best feeling I had was at least 4 different people from opposing teams came up and said, your boys are the easiest group of kids to cheer for.
Oh, that's nice.
They're respectful. They don't taunt. They play the game hard. And that's the kind of thing you want to hear, not only as a coach, but just as a parent. That
you want to hear stories about your kids being great.
Yeah, like I don't.
Right?
Okay, if they struck out and I got the same compliment, I would feel just as good as if they had won the state championship. And, you know what I mean? Like it was just cool to hear. So anyway,
You know, I'm going to pull a little bit of Trump here.
okay.
You cannot stop the show to congratulate losers. Your kids lost. They didn't win. Right? Like when we lose wars,
Sure.
or when we get
Okay.
caught when
Fair
we're prisoners
enough.
of war.
Fair enough.
And Trump says those guys are losers for
Fair
losing
enough.
the war.
Fair
right?
enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay. So but I appreciate you on that. Congratulations to your boys. That is a big deal. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And did they take it? We're going to digress. Talk about kids baseball for one more minute. Did they up their game and attitude? Like did they put on a game face?
Oh, dude, it's cool to watch because this is the same group of kids that lost the state championship basketball game back in like March.
Sure.
And they're just a kind of that group of kids that kind of knows when to turn it on.
Sure.
It's fun to watch. It really is. And
So he played that game. Was that the same day Buxton hit through the cycle?
it was the day after.
Oh, because I was like, you cried because of that, and then you cried because of your son's game.
Okay, I do have I promise I have a story to get to.
Okay.
And I was not even thinking about bringing this up, but I might as well. And this can actually be our first subject for today. So Friday, I'm leaving Cambridge with my oldest son and his buddy who's hurt. He wanted to ride with us because he just wanted to hang out for the day.
Nice.
Who's on the team, but he's injured and can't play right now. And we were leaving Cambridge.
Bilateral leg weakness?
No, he actually dislocated his hip.
Are you kidding
At
me? 13,
yeah. And I felt bad because Andy's an awesome kid and he loves baseball and he had to miss basically the entire season.
I haven't seen anybody break their hip since that time in 11th grade when I dated my teacher who was retiring. That was a joke, like I broke her hip.
Dear God, Michael,
That was kind
what's
of
wrong
funny.
with you?
That was kind of funny.
So-
I didn't work the thing, but go ahead.
Okay, so we leave Cambridge, or actually it was technically Isanti at about 5:15, 5:30, somewhere in there we left. And I said, and I thought, okay, you know what? Because I always get notifications about twins and whatnot. And I said, all right, boys, here's the deal. Because we were basically going to sit in traffic for 2 hours going from Isanti back to Jordan. because it's about an hour and a half trip, but with Friday afternoon rush hour, it was going to take us close to 2 hours. And I said, guys, I got an idea. And of course, William's like, oh God, now what? What's he up to, right?
Let's go to the game.
And I said, well, the Twins are playing the Pirates, and Paul Skeens, like the best pitcher in baseball, is going to pitch for the Pirates. And I always like going to watch elite talent if the situation.
Sure.
So I have a way to get tickets. Hey, I go. I'm not looking for anything special. Just get me in the ballpark, right? Because those all access ballpark tickets, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, they're the best. So if you have 3 kids, you can literally buy $30 tickets. Granted, you're not going to sit lower deck.
$30 worth of days, 3 $10 tickets.
No, well, $30 a piece, but it gets you in. Well, yeah, but it gets you in the door, and we ended up sitting in decent seats. Down the third base line.
You spent $90 on tickets.
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't,
Okay.
but I'm saying it's a
good.
very if it's a really cool game.
Yeah.
The Twins, and sometimes it's like $25. I think they moved it up because of who was pitching.
Okay.
So anyway,
because I thought you got in for $5 sometimes.
well, you can. Okay, but you can if you go like on the secondary
I'm
market and
psyched.
things like
Okay,
that.
go ahead, yes.
But because he was pitching, the secondary market was really high because I checked there first in any event. So we were going to go to Target Field. This is Friday evening. I thought, wow. The secondary market's really high for a Friday night baseball game. And, Twins attendance has been down a little bit. And then it was pointed out to me by one of the other parents at the game, at my son's game, that said, well, Nellie's playing tonight.
Oh,
after the Twins game. And I went, oh, crap, I didn't even think about that. Well, I'm not staying for that. I still want to be in bed by like 9:30.
Okay.
So it was a 7-10 game. And again, Paul Skeens was pitching for the Pirates. So the 2 boys and I, we went and grabbed some wings at my stop, Tom's Watch Bar. Love that place. I had the loaded tater tots, which are so good. Anyway,
don't digress.
Anyway, and here's what I forgot to equate to all of that, because we got in. Yeah. We started to walk around the ballpark, went and said hi to my guy, AA Adam Abrams, the public address announcer. Sure. Gave him the knucks, and the boys thought that was cool that I know the guy that announces the lineup. And all of a sudden I started to notice, like, why are there, like, half the crowd was women girls between the ages of like 18 and 30.
Really?
At the Twins game. And they were traveling in like groups of 5 and 6. I'm thinking, that's odd. Okay. And I'm thinking, all right, well, whatever.
The boy's like, I like baseball games way more than I used to.
I caught these 2 13-year-olds looking in various directions from time to time. And so I thought, well, maybe they're here for the Nelly concert or whatever. No. Do you know what it was? So we're sitting down. We were in the second row of the third deck, about right straight up from the third base dugout. Okay, so a nice view of the skyline downtown. Sure. Beautiful night, and there were 6 girls sitting in front of us. Again, they were, I would guess, in their early 20s. They not even mid 20s. They were in their early 20s, and so I was curious, right? And I didn't want to be creepy. And so I just said, hey, can I ask you a quick question? There was nothing going on. She goes, yeah. And she's like, oh, do you want me to take your picture? Meaning me. And I go, yeah, sure. Thank you. Because I wanted to ask her a question. I said, how many Twins games do you girls come to every year? And they all started laughing. I said, well, because we saw it on social. Do you know why? Because they had the largest crowd ever for a game this year.
What was it?
This was the first game they had sold out. Because Paul Skeens' girlfriend is none other than social media influencer Livvy Dunne.
Oh.
And she was at the game. She had posted about it.
Are you kidding me?
On Instagram. And Mike, I am not kidding, because I texted someone that would know a thing or two about Twins tickets, and this person said we had the most amount of walk-up all ballpark access tickets than we've ever had since we initiated the program.
So if you don't know who Livvy Dunne is, grab your cell phone, walk out into the garage, make sure you don't have any cameras facing you, and type in Livvy Dunne. Do not let your wife see you do that, because you will get in trouble. Right? You don't want to be caught searching Livvy Dunne in the dining room with your wife.
And here's the thing, and I am not here to rip anybody or anything, because it's a free country, and that's what makes this country the greatest place in the world to live. She's not an easy follow other than her physical beauty, because she's stunning. She's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, pretty girl.
But when she posts her quote-unquote memes, they're all idiotic nonsense. It's, me just getting some Dominoes. And these stupid background. It's just dumb. I don't get it. Again,
I love it.
But her audience isn't me, crusty old white guy. Her audience is young females, right? That's her audience. Well, but here's the thing,
bet
Mike.
you anything.
Well,
Often a lot of yous look at Livvy Dunne.
okay, but you know what I'm saying.
22 years old, 5'6", former, was she LSU gymnast, I think?
Yeah, that's where they met because he was a baseball player at LSU and she was a gymnast, and that's where they met. But my point is, that is power right there.
So do you
when you talk about social media influence, and I can see why, ABC Manufacturing. I'm just rattling off a generic company. I can see now why she makes $10 trillion a year.
Whose house did she just try to buy?
Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth.
That's where I was going. So she attempted to buy Babe Ruth's New York City apartment, and she was denied.
Okay.
Because I believe it was they didn't want that type. They just didn't want that.
A bunch of prematurely gray-haired 40-year-old women are like, I'm sorry, you cannot move into this building. Do you think that's what they were doing? They didn't want a 22-year-old hottie. 5.4 million Instagram followers is what she has.
What did you say?
5.4 million. Let me ask you this, because I'm a business guy and you're an accountant by trade, right? You went to both broadcasting school, maybe.
No.
Okay, accounting school. You went to school.
You know what? I got my broadcasting degree from Mankato State University,
there you
baby.
Go. So does Livvy Dunne call up and say, hey, by the way, twins, you've sold 6,000 tickets for your Friday night game, 16,000 tickets, whatever they're at. I'm going to post that I'm coming to the game and where I'm going to sit.
Yep.
And you're going to sell 10,000 more $30 tickets. I want half of that money.
That's pretty ballsy, though.
Why? I 100% believe you that people in Minnesota said, I want to go take a glimpse. The 25-year-old girls said, I want to meet Livvy Dunne. I want to have a picture on my Instagram with Livvy Dunne in the background. And that's why they went. Why would you not do that? Because she could have not posted it. No one would have come.
Or maybe it was, hey, because I think she was either sitting at the club level or in a suite. I can't remember, because she made the Jumbotron.
I wonder why.
So they did, because they do this thing called celebrity lookalike. So they'll put a thing up of Miles Teller, and then they'll find a young guy with a mustache or whatever from Top Gun. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Hey, celebrity lookalike. Well, they put Livvy Dunne at the end of this. It's like a series, I think 5 or 6 different ones, and they put her still shot up, and then they showed her, and the place went nuts.
Honest to God, the power that people have that are influencers like Livvy, right?
Yeah.
She's a talented gymnast and a beautiful girl.
Right.
I mean, her power, that is worth $1 million to the Twins to have her there that day. But she should make that $1 million.
Isn't it just such sad commentary on that's just kind of how things work nowadays in 2025?
Reuvers, let me tell you a little story about a guy who last week had 200 followers on Instagram, now has 1,300 followers on Instagram.
I do want to get to that because
find it at Frats.
Because here's the thing. I guess for me, and again, I work in this world, social media, podcast. This is what I do, and I'm still astounded at the fact that how much power that it has. And again, I'm not ripping anybody. It's fine. It's there. It's a free society.
I would do it in a heartbeat if I could.
I was absolutely floored that it can even affect a thing like Major League Baseball, right? Where
and Nelly's probably going to get paid extra because he's like, I sold that show out, and they're like, no, you didn't. Nelly.
Well, you did hear what happened, right?
No, I didn't. No, I have no idea.
They just announced, I think it was this morning or yesterday, because John had it in his news on the Garage Logic podcast. He's coming back here for the state fair.
Oh, for the state fair. Okay.
Right. Not at Target Field. But he's coming back for I guarantee that had to do something with it. But
they weren't going to see Nelly. Nelly's been in the business for 24 years. Most of those people at the game weren't 24 years old.
But I did hear from someone that was there that said there were a lot of people that did stick around for the concert.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? Nelly's
as long as you're there.
Name.
It's a Friday night. What else are we going to do, right?
Okay, well, that's good for downtown. God bless Livvy Dunne for doing that. So
you wanted to mention social media in the Frat Pack.
I'm going to do this, right?
Please.
So we have the Frat Pack 5000. If you haven't followed me on Facebook yet, follow Michael Fratelloni. You join this group of like-minded, fun people. I call it the Frat Pack 5000 because I want 5,000 friends. And we've just developed this great friendship we are at like 2,800 people, right?
Yep.
So follow us that. But Fratelloni's is doing something. So the company, Fratelloni's Hardware, is doing something called Find It at Frats. So we're hiding things in our store. Like right now we're doing 3M tickets to the 3M Open, right? The final Sunday day for the 3M Open. We're giving away a set of tickets, but you have to find them at our stores. And I put these videos up, Reuvers. These videos are getting 20,000 views.
Are you kidding?
No. They're getting a ton of views. And then people are hustling in to the store to try to find the tickets and the little bit of swag.
That's really
cool. And we're going
cool.
to keep going on this because we don't show, when you look at our posts, we don't show all these views, but we get to see the background analytics. People are seeing these videos. People are talking to me. Other restaurants and other businesses are giving me things to give away for their restaurants.
You're kidding me.
No, it's just lighting on fire. So do me a favor. Follow us on Instagram at Frattallones, just Frattallones, Frattallones, 2 T's, 2 L's, O-N-E-S. Follow us because we're giving away so much stuff with this Find It at Frats. We're going to do it for the next couple hundred days. And I want to really drive that Instagram up because it's so powerful. We're thinking of like the We Are Nuts guys, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And if I can do a Find It at Frats with the We Are Nuts guys, everybody's already going there to take pictures of the We Are Nuts, which is really cool, right? And I just, it's so weird. I'm experiencing, and this is dumb, Reuvers. I have 1,300 followers on Instagram, right? Frattallones does.
Sure.
It's not even me. I just have that. But it's so stupid. But I get a little feeling of what Olivia.
You get that dopamine?
I get a little bit of, oh my God, 20,000 people just saw that video. My daughter put up a video on TikTok on an account that was started one day. She put up one video with the account, had 17,000 views on it. It's shocking how many views social media can get. So Find It at Frats. Go to Frattallones. Follow us on Instagram. Follow me, Mike Frattallone, on Facebook. I know this is a lot of work. I'll invite you to the Frat Pack. Come into the Frat Pack, and it's the coolest of the cool people. I really love it.
That's really cool. Also, speaking of the Frat Pack 5000 Facebook fan page, I really, 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 really think that this is so cool that all of you listeners of both the Weekly Scramble podcast and the Garage Logic podcast are supporting the people that support us, including Randy, which, by the way, Randy, we love you, right? Because Randy's a top contributor to the show and to the social media pages. He 100% did this as a humble brag, by the way. So he went to Frattallones. He bought himself a couple of canisters of We Are Nuts. And then he took it with him on vacation and posted it from his hotel room in the Netherlands.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay, Randy. Sick brag, dude.
Yeah, I mean, that is a pretty sick brag, actually. That's
Although,
pretty cool.
Randy, I would 100% have done
it is kind of funny that people are taking their We Are Nuts packaging all around and sending, and people are doing in our stores right now. They're doing videos that they're putting on their social media for like a We Are Nuts end cap commercial. It's pretty cool.
Awesome.
I've never seen anything like this.
It's very cool. So again, We Are Nuts and wearenutsmn.com. You can find them at every single one of the Frattallones hardware and garden stores locations with those cool, sweet new end caps. But for you people that are unable to visit one of the Frattallones locations, go to their website. They have a very, very cool promotion going on right now through the end of the month of July. Again, wearenutsmn.com. And if you use the discount code GLNuthouse, you're going to get $10 off the famous Best of Toffee Nuts. It's the Nut House 4-pack. It's really cool. It's got the maple bourbon toffee almonds, the original toffee peanuts, the cinnamon toasted toffee peanuts, along with the hot toffee peanuts. That's right. We call them the hot nuts, Mike Frattallone. But you've got to use that discount code GLNuthouse when you go there to check out. You get one use per customer. But that doesn't mean you can't go back time and time again. But yes, Michael.
By the way, Max Hardware in North Dakota and South Dakota. Max Hardware, MACS.
Yep.
Also carries the We Are Nuts now.
Sweet.
14 more sites. So if you're up in, a lot of people listen to us in Fargo.
For sure.
If you're in Fargo or Bismarck or Devil's Lake or Detroit Lakes or Huron or Watertown or Sioux Falls, a lot of people listen to Sioux Falls.
Yes.
Go to Max Hardware because they have the We Are Nuts now too.
Fantastic. It's wearenutsmn.com, the Weekly Scramble. We will be right back. I didn't want to bring up this story, Michael, but I feel as though I owe it to you.
Great.
Are you aware of this great city of Minneapolis, Minnesota, and what their latest gimmick they're trying to pull off?
Are they going to double the amount of the police force?
Not quite.
Are they going to lower property taxes?
No.
No.
In fact, this might make it worse.
Oh, no.
Last
Seriously?
November, the Minneapolis City Council's Public Health and Safety Committee asked city staff to explore the idea of government-owned grocery stores as a tool to combat the city's problems of food insecurity and food deserts. Time out quick. Get out your paper and pencil and start writing down your thoughts because I need to get to this stuff as I watch your head explode. Now, on Wednesday, city leaders, that would be tomorrow, city leaders are prepared to review a research presentation on the subject. Ward 2 council member Robin Wonsley is open to the idea of municipal grocery stores in the city. Wonsley says it's clear the private market is not meeting the city's needs. Quote, "We want to see what options are ahead of us and how we can leverage every tool we have at the city to make sure our residents have access to fresh produce," Wonsley said. "The research that we received is very exploratory and provides examples of where other cities have stepped up to provide food resources for their residents where there was an absence of a grocery store. So we'll learn what other peer cities have done." Meanwhile, the president of the Minnesota Grocers Association, former Republican state representative and buddy of Garage Logic and the Weekly Scramble podcast, Pat Garofalo, is weighing in. Quote, "This is the exact opposite of what the city of Minneapolis needs right now," Garofalo said. "They are sending the message that anyone who comes to Minneapolis now has to compete with the government. That's a horrible idea."
Horrible idea.
Garofalo says, in an industry, I'm almost done, 2 more paragraphs, and then it's all yours, Mike.
I'm seething.
Garofalo says, in an industry with notoriously small profit margins, he is skeptical that government-run stores will be able to succeed, while wary of privately owned businesses that would have to compete against a publicly subsidized government entity. Quote, oh, this is so great. This is again from Garofalo. "I just know that we've seen it from other communities that have tried this, that it's a bad idea, that it's going to make the problem worse, not better. And it's going to be very, very expensive," Garofalo said. "Other cities that have done this, the most common outcome is that they don't work, they're expensive, and then they close." Mike, you know a thing or two about running a store, owning a business, and dealing with the city of Minneapolis. I give you the floor, sir.
You know, it's funny. In that thing that you read, it said Garofalo was skeptical. He's not skeptical. Garofalo's not an idiot. It's very obvious that this won't work. And I understand, and I kind of get a little bit of what they're talking about, right? There's food deserts in North Minneapolis, right? Why is there food deserts in North Minneapolis, you might ask, Reuvers?
Mike, I want to ask you, why are there food deserts in Minneapolis?
Because when there's a Target and a Walmart in North Minneapolis that can't get police to come and stop shoplifters, Target and Walmart say, this isn't worth it, and they leave, right? It doesn't. Here's the nice thing about greed, right? The nice thing about greed is no one greedy gives 2 shits about who buys from them. If Target could make money in North Minneapolis,
there'd be the biggest one
right
there.
The biggest Target there in 2 seconds. They don't care. They want the money. Right? And that's an easy thing. What's Target's overall goal about putting a store in North Minneapolis? To sell stuff and make money.
Right.
And when they can't make money, that means no government run a store, period, could ever do it without it just being a complete joke. The only nice thing about this whole thing, Reuvers, the only nice thing is when these government grocery stores open up, I would suggest that if you're a member of the community that lives around that government grocery store, just go take everything. Don't pay for one thing, because the city of Minneapolis for years has not stopped people from stealing from
That's a good point.
Target or Walmart or other retailers. They just don't have the manpower to do it. So why would the government have the audacity to charge their customers when other people can't charge because people can just steal from them and they can't do a damn thing about it? So if this government grocery store opens up, if they're freaking stupid enough to do it, just go steal shit from it all day long. There's no reason not to. Why? What are they going to say?
Mike, where are you going? Oh, I got to go pick up a couple of things. I'm not going to pay for it.
Remember how eggs were once $15? They're free at the government grocery store. The government wouldn't have the balls to call the police to arrest somebody stealing from them. It's such a stupid idea. It's like everyone on the city council. Oh, by the way, little caveat. I think Minneapolis is coming back. I really do. Despite the lunacy of what's happening there, I think it's actually coming back. Uptown, where I own a bunch of property and we have a store there, Uptown's looking kind of better. I don't want to be outside in Uptown at 11 o'clock, right? But it's getting better. I was talking to a guy who owns a bunch of property in Minneapolis the other day, right around in Uptown in the wedge between Lindale and Hennepin. And I said, how is it? And he's like, it's 1% better. And I said, hey, 1% is something, right?
True.
It's not good, right? He said just about every day, literally just about every day, someone breaks into one of their garages.
It's almost like you do one push-up today, and you're going to do
another
push-ups
one tomorrow.
two tomorrow, 3 the next day.
It can build on itself, right?
Wait, you said something. What now? The one they get their car.
He has so many rental properties that on average, one rental property per day gets their garage broken into.
Wow.
So he's like, he goes, I tell my tenants, leave the garage doors open, leave your cars unlocked, leave a note on the thing saying you don't keep anything in your car.
Right.
Like, don't lock your cars in your garage. Make sure the door's wide open, because otherwise people just smash through the doors, right? It's like, oh my gosh, would that be tiring? But he said it's getting 1% better. I believe it's getting 1% better. But if the city council, in their lunacy, in their lack of understanding, thinks that a government-run communist grocery store could do better than the world's best retailers, not the state's best retailers, not the country's best retailers, but the best retailers in the world, if they think they can do better, they're idiots. They should be ashamed of themselves for even coming. They do have a problem. North Minneapolis, you can't buy groceries, right? You have to go to a convenience store, right? You're getting screwed. It's a horrible, horrible problem. The lowest income people don't have mobility to go out and easily get groceries. Then help the target stay there. Fight with the target to stay there.
Well, when I saw this story this morning, the first thought that came to my mind is basically everything that I would echo everything that you just said, because this is complete lunacy. But do you recall, and I don't remember if it was the city of Brooklyn Center or the city of Brooklyn Park. I don't recall which one it was, but it was the one the Walmart closed, and it was the one that was basically on the border of Minneapolis.
Sure.
And they said they did the speak.
Sure.
They spun it and said, well, efficiency, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
well, what they're trying to say is, we're getting robbed left and right. We literally can't keep our doors open because this isn't worth it to us. And remember,
employees
the employees didn't feel safe.
Sure.
And remember the outcry, the hue and cry that came after the fact of, well, we can't. Now we're supposed to. Well, this is what happens.
This is what happens
when you don't control your residents. Mostly, you don't control your bleeping children.
Sure.
This is what happens. You can't have nice things.
Yes. And retailers have mobility. They can put up a $30 million target and say, that didn't work. We have 9,000 other targets. Let's close this one. The city, give me a call. Just, email me at mike@garagelogic.com.
There you go.
Right? Just email mike@garagelogic.com, and I'll give you the 2-second spiel why this won't work, right? And Garofalo can give me a couple of tips. Although common sense people know this doesn't work. Name, Reuvers, I challenged you this on one of the other shows a couple days ago. Name one thing that the government does better than the private sector. I just cannot think of it. And you can't say building roads, because private sector can build roads better. A military defense, I bet you anything they wouldn't spend $9,000 on a hammer. If you were buying your own hammer, you wouldn't waste the money on it. There are reasons for government, limited government. Protect people. The people that need protection the most is high crime areas. High crime areas also need good grocery stores. It's not going to be a government run grocery store. It's just not going to be. I'm going to be so pissed the moment they open a government run grocery store, and if they dare call the police on somebody stealing from them, if they dare, I'm going to light them up. I'm going to say, how dare you? How dare you call the police on somebody stealing from you? Right? Now you know what it feels like.
And then, okay, so let's start there. And again, I don't want to keep belaboring the point, but it's worth noting. Okay, you've got now a government-run grocery store. They tried this in Chicago.
Sure.
It was such an epic failure that they were basically forced to close. Years ago, we had a guy on who owned a convenience store. And I don't remember what neighborhood in Minneapolis, but the mandate came out. This was a gentleman, I believe he was from Pakistan, because I'm the one that set up the interview.
Sure.
But we reached out to him, and basically he came on the show, and he spoke pretty good English. And he basically said, well, they made me, I was forced to stock fresh produce.
I remember that call.
On my show. So first of all, I had to remove stuff that was probably going to sell.
Pringles. People wanted Pringles.
And I had to put lettuce, and I had to put all this stuff up because it was mandated by the government, and every day I had to throw stuff away because no one was buying it. And I thought, why do I need to put stuff on my shelf that the city of Minneapolis is making me do that I know I'm just going to end up throwing away anyway.
So if you're listening to this and you're on the left side of politics, right? I truly believe, Reuvers, that we should start a party, and I think there is one, the Common Sense Party. We are right smack dab in the middle.
Or America Party. We're going to join Elon.
But maybe just the Common Sense Party. If you're on the left side and you're a weed smoker, right? And you're thinking that weed should be legal, wait till you see what Minneapolis is doing to the weed market, Reuvers. They're adding tax. They're taking away write-offs. So I know some people that were planning and did get permits to open stores to sell legalized marijuana.
Sure.
And you know what they're saying now?
What?
It's probably not going to be worth it.
Right.
We don't even know if we're going to do it. They've taxed it so much that now the guys that are opening these stores that were, everyone was excited for these stores to come in, right?
Yep.
Everybody wanted low price, high quality pot. And then these guys are saying, well, shoot, it's not going to be worth it. There's no margin in it. The city made it non-marginable, not where you just could. The government could probably do that. The government could probably run a good weed store because they do like good municipal liquor stores, right? Where they say, no one else can compete with us. We're the only person in town that can have this liquor store. Isn't that funny that the only liquor stores that can make it, like the only government stores that can make it are the stores that mandate that they're the only ones that can sell it?
Right.
Right? And maybe the government grocery stores could work if no other grocery store could be in town.
And that's the route I kind of wanted to take this with also, Michael, is, okay, now it's a government-run grocery store. Mm-hmm. What's next?
What's next?
Okay,
pot stores, drug stores, liquor stores. Hardware stores.
I mean, what's next? I mean, my God, if... I don't want to put words into your mouth, but if like I said, if the private sector decided that, hey, this isn't going to work in this specific location, what in God's name makes the government think that they're going to be able to pull this off?
Yeah, but they don't need to be profitable. In fairness to the government, they don't need to be profitable.
But then that's another damn drain of our and waste of our tax dollars.
I don't want to leave this segment on a low note because I really don't, because I truly actually believe that Minneapolis is looking better. You said it yourself, you rotten liar.
No,
remember you were downtown
right.
and you said Minneapolis is actually kind of looking better.
It was Memorial Day weekend. I took my two boys downtown for the Twins game, and then we were gonna try to go to the Wolves game. And I thought, it's vibrant. Yeah, it's kind of fun. But again, and the same thing. I was there Friday night. All right, but again, it wasn't as good as Memorial Day. I saw a lot of riffraff tweet, and again, I made the decision. Okay, boys, we're not going to stay for the whole game because I promised my William's buddy's dad we're not going to be here past when it gets dark out, because I would say the same thing if my kid was, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
you want someone to
we were in the car before 9:00 and we were on our way home. But I will say this, there was a little bit of, let's walk on the other side of the road, guys. Let's not walk. But for the most part, I felt relatively safe and whatnot.
You had a chance to give those two boys the best night of their lives. You could have said, boys, this is what 20,000 20-year-olds look like, all watching Nelly. And the boys could have sat back, watched the Nelly concert, because Nelly will pull people up on stage, right? And then he does that thing where he dances on top of them. The girl leaves just sweated on. She's just all sweaty from Nelly just rocking it. I might say, hopefully we're at the State Fair when Nelly's there, and we can get him on this podcast.
You think we could do it?
I don't know. We're a common sense group.
We are.
Answer's probably yes.
North American Banking Company is also here for you, by the way, with 6 convenient Twin Cities locations to serve you, whether it's Roseville and 50th and France. That's the home of yours truly. But you know what? I've been known to make a stop in Hastings as well. Also Woodbury, Shoreview, and Maple Grove. North American Banking Company offers all of the services as the other big national banks, whether you're looking to buy a home, maybe finance a new home renovation project, or get that new car that you've been dreaming about. Their experts will be able to help you out. And they also offer all of the same online and mobile banking options as the other banks, but the key difference is you're going to get the unparalleled service of a community bank. And they are also locally owned and operated. And here's why that's important. That means that loan decisions are made right here in the Twin Cities. They are not sent out of state. So this helps you business owners solve problems quickly and expand your business with confidence. They deal with numbers every single day, but you, your family, and your business are never going to be one of them. So check them out online today. It's nabankco.com to learn more. Once again, it's banking done differently. North American Banking Company, member FDIC, is an equal housing lender. The Weekly Scramble. We will be right back. You have a story that you'd like to share with the class, Michael.
I do. It's kind of a sad one. It's maybe you've heard of this. Rest in peace. His name is Fuja Singh, a.k.a. the Turban Torpedo, world's oldest marathon runner, dies at 114 years old after being hit by a car. How sad is that? Right? The oldest marathon runner has died at age 114. He was involved in a hit and run near Jalandhar, India, in the Punjab region. Sine began running at 89 and ran 9 marathons and was one of the 2012 London Olympic torchbearers. How cool is that? I mean, how incredibly sad is that? But how interesting.
May I
Yeah.
May I ask an indelicate question?
Sure.
Did the hit and run happen during a marathon?
No, I don't think it happened during a marathon, but I do really like that the Indian Prime Minister, Modi, paid tribute to Sine, where he nicknamed him by fans the turbaned torpedo, because he must have been fat. And
Sure.
he was a Sikh, and he wore this great head thing. And, there was another line in there that I really loved. He was part of a running club, right? Hold on, I got to find it. He was part of the running club that was called Seek in the City, a little game on Sex in the City, right?
I
Seek
see.
in the City. And that running club confirmed his death. But 114 years old, ran marathons when his wife passed away. Sounds like a really special guy. We wanted to pay a little tribute to him. So that's a big deal in the
pretty
late
cool.
80s to be running marathons and still being as little as 12 years ago when he was 100, still running as a torchbearer. in the
Anybody
Olympics.
doing a marathon at any age is an incredible feat, let alone doing it when you're 100 years
Yeah,
old.
thank God he didn't die running, because that would have, I didn't mean it like that. He did get hit by a car. He might have been hustling across the street.
Well, maybe he should have been running.
He might have stepped up the pace a little bit more.
See, why did I have to
being
say that?
disrespectful, and I didn't mean to do that.
Right.
Because I really do feel bad for the guy.
Run!
Yes, run. Get across the street. But how cool is that? And he has the big turban. He has the big beard.
Will you,
God bless him.
Will you do me a favor
Yes, sir.
and forward me that story? Because that might come up in the John Height newscast
Okay, we'll come up tomorrow.
because-
I will send that to you. That's on our show notes. We'll get
Yeah,
that for you.
we'll have to.
Reuvers, I don't know if you heard this other story about my wife, and I didn't text this to you yet, but she found out she was adopted.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, so I was trying to comfort her because she was really crying, right?
Well, I can understand. That's probably something, that's very emotional to
Yeah,
find
it was
out.
kind of sad. She didn't expect it, but it was kind of weird because what she did, she asked me if I could just make love to her.
Lucky you.
Yeah, and I said, yeah, I'll be glad to, right? And she still was, but we got into it, but unfortunately that led to even more tears because on reflection, I guess shouting out, "Who's your daddy?" was a little insensitive. You get it? Who's your daddy?
Right,
Reuvers?
right.
You get it?
I've been emotional given the news that just surfaced.
you don't want to say that.
No.
Because she didn't know because she was adopted.
Now, side note, make sure you tell your mom right now.
Mom, Nicole was not actually adopted. This is just a joke.
I love that we
never made
have to
love.
do the disclaimer
Never
for
made
your
love,
mom
Mom.
because she's
Yeah.
going to take that at face value.
She's so great. She's like, why would you tell a story about making love to Nicole?
Oh, my God.
Everyone who's been married for a while and listens to the show knows that any time I start a story with my wife and I were making love, it's probably
Right, it's a
little bit of
made-up story.
fantasy, a little bit of a fantasy story. Reuvers, you are the best.
Thank you, Michael. Please do us a favor, rate and review the show wherever you happen to be listening to the Weekly Scramble podcast. It helps other people find the show, and it really does truly make a difference for us, and we do appreciate it. His name is Mike Fratelloni. My name is Chris Reuvers. Thank you so very much for listening to the Weekly Scramble podcast. We'll talk to you again next time. Until then, cheers.